I have a horror story real quick.
Yeah, no, have at it. That's why we're here.
So, this will probably be, like, on another thing, but a quick excerpt from a Craigslist guy's story is, he was, like, sucking on my labia minora.
From Craigslist?
From Craigslist.
I didn't know that. Alright, continue.
Yeah, and it was also a great squirting story for whenever that, that actually...
Oh, that'll be a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, he was doing, like, this vacuum thing with his lips.
Okay.
And to this day, on my left inner labia, there is a small, like, little, like, bruised, kind of, like, bumpy section from where he accidentally sucked too hard and bit down.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to finding that area.
Yeah.
It's like
okay, guys, I'm fine.
It's a scavenger hunt.
Exactly. Yeah. It's Braille. It actually says ouch.
I'm gonna read that shit.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Damn.
Yeah, to
Alright,
this
well,
day,
I hope we made you all cross your legs.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of those guys.
Yeah, a couple of them coming up later.
Oh, yeah.
So, alright, we talked about the lips. Now, if you're looking at the vagina head on, so to speak, with the person laying on their back from top to bottom, belly button to butt crack, the anatomy is as follows. The clitoral hood covers the ultrasensitive clitoris. This is essentially what would become the head of the penis if you were to become male in the womb. So
right.
The clit is the head of the penis. Which is actually super interesting. And if you've never seen the local Bodega actually covered this. It's a really, really, really funny podcast if you guys are interested.
Female to male?
Yeah, they covered trans stuff. It's immensely not PC, so if you are going to be offended, do not listen, but God, it's funny. If you could just put yourself aside for a moment and just laugh, it's funny. So it's just 5 guys, and they're very...
burgers and fries?
They are just guys.
Yeah.
And they're really fun, but they don't know a whole lot about these issues, but they're willing to learn, and that's the important part.
That is very important.
So they looked at a computer rendering of a
vagina?
Male to female. Yeah, so vaginoplasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the head of the penis became the clit. And they were dying because they were like, does she come out of her clit? And I was like, not so much, no. But their conversation about it is really funny. And if you've never seen the rendering, I highly recommend you YouTube it, because it's fascinating how they make that happen. But yeah, so the clit would be the head of the penis. And actually, it's cool. The reason ball sacks have a seam is because that's where the labia would have closed over the testes in the womb. Wow. Very cool. So your ovaries would have dropped down. Everyone starts female in the womb. And then if you are exposed to the right chemicals or whatever, or if the chromosomes, if the chromosomes are right, if you have an X and a Y, then the ovaries descend, become the testes. The clit, or what would have become the clit, becomes the head of the penis, and the ovaries are now testes, sit in where the lips were, and the lips close around it to create the scrotum, which is why the scrotum has a seam.
Science.
Learning some shit.
Science.
So, yeah, but that's why that's why the head of the penis is so sensitive, that's why the clit is so sensitive. It's the same thing.
So that also, kind of feeds into, not really feeds into, but kind of makes sense why the underside of the penis is so sensitive. Uh-huh. Because that little space there right under where the clit is just...
From the clit to the pee hole?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And that's also why, we can actually just jump right down to the G-spot. The G-spot is thought to either be the Skene's gland or the back side of the clit, or a combo of both. Yeah. So, they're thinking that the Skene's gland is what produces female ejaculate, but there's still no proof of that yet. Right. But the underside of the clit is essentially what would have been the shaft of the penis, but it ends where the G-spot is, a couple inches up on the front wall of your vagina. Science. Yeah. And that's why having your G-spot stimulated and your clit stimulated at the same time will make you go blind and die in the best way possible.
Or, accidentally, cough so hard that you choke and have to have your fiance come upstairs and check on you, and they didn't know that you were masturbating, and now you have to explain everything. Yeah, and you have to try to close that tab you were looking at so quickly.
That's hilarious, because we both use the same sex toy. So, I know exactly what she means.
Exactly.
And I said on one of my last episodes I was going to post a link to it, and I still will. It's charging on my bathroom counter right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I loved coming over and seeing that on the bathroom counter.
It's unreal.
I was like, oh.
She told me about it. She was like, it's $25 and it'll change your life, and my God has it. I can't tell you. I would go years without masturbating. I literally went years without masturbating. I haven't gone 2 days since I bought that thing.
Seriously.
I'm so worried about breaking my clit. I'm like, I need to stop.
Dude,
I have to impose a limit on how many times I will come with that.
At least a handful of times a day for me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If, you know.
It's a G-spot. It's a G-spot vibe and it sucks your clit. It's, fuck.
Just think about, like a really good, like, cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And then think about that cup of coffee fucking you.
Yeah. Best of both worlds. That's actually really good. Yep.
That's good.
Alrighty. So, down from the clit, in the innermost section, so between the inner lips, there's the urethral opening, or the pee hole.
Pee hole.
And then, the ever magical and sought after vaginal opening. This is the creme de la creme. This is what every teenage boy would murder for.
Literally. Forget all that other stuff we just talked about.
Yeah, none of that shit matters. That's only pleasant for the woman.
Exactly.
Sorry. A little bit of a political digression there.
Totally fine right there.
Moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
Then way at the bottom is the anus, also called the butthole, or asshole if you're me.
Exactly.
Also called the starfish, the chocolate starfish. Isn't that what Limp Bizkit called it?
I sometimes call it a button.
Little button. That's cute.
Yeah. But then I, like, slide that in the casual conversation, and then I make my fiance, like, blush, so.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah. Alright, so now...
Or the balloon knot.
Oh, the balloon knot. It does look like a little balloon knot.
Yeah, balloon knot.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was if you were born female. If you're born male, then, I mean, we're not really talking about you for the next two sections, because what you got is a penis.
Yeah.
That's not the point of this episode. There are folks that enjoy objects being inserted into the penis. Through the urethral opening, that's called sounding. But that's a topic for another day, and anyone who knows what that is and is not into that, just cross their legs. Mm-hmm. Then there's
just
the scrotum.
clench it.
Yeah.
Clench.
Yeah, not a, woo. And I mean, women do it too, but at a much, oh my God, sorry, at a much lower rate.
You know, before you just said that, I did not even think about the whole us having urethral opening. Urethral opening and sounding. Like, cause I don't.
Oh no, it happens. I mean, it's the same way you get it catheterized.
That also scares me.
Oh yeah, me too. Like, at least with the dick, there's a pretty obvious place to, like, put it and go. There's, like, a built-in tube. You just gotta, like, shove it in there.
Right.
But catheterizing a woman? Oh, no. No, that ain't right. But, yeah, no, some women love it.
Alright. Well,
yep. Way rarer than man, though. And then there's the scrotum, which we touched on briefly.
Detective Screws.
It's the sac that hangs below the penis and contains the testicles, also not useful for fingering.
I mean, you can poke at it.
You can poke. That's great. And
people with testicles love that.
Oh, they love it. Just slap it around a little bit. Or wait, the best advice I've ever gotten. Hold on, this was from a Cosmo article about how to, like, surprise and please your partner or something. Mm-hmm. My mom and I still joke about this, and that should give you an idea about the relationship me and my mom have. Oh my God, I'm about to apparently fall asleep right here. Narcolepsy's a son of a bitch. So, the advice was to pull your partner's scrotum skin taut and flick it. Again, anyone...
in parentheses, while they're asleep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyone with a scrotum who's not into rough play, just cross their legs. Oh my God. My mom and I still make fun of that. I don't know. It just said, pull the skin taut and flick it.
I love that this was my...
I know, you just, like, the Ellen DeGeneres toilet paper claw. Like when you're trying to get something out of a box, or like when you're trying to reach. I'll link to that stand-up because it's really funny too.
Oh god.
But yeah, so scrotums don't fucking matter. But now we are talking about the perineum. Women and men have a perineum. It is the area between the genitals and the butthole.
The no man's land.
No man's land, also called a gooch.
Also called the gooch. Side note, I was friends with a kid in high school who was like the sweetest, nerdiest kid ever. Nickname was Gooch.
Oh, that's awesome.
His last name was not Gooch.
Oh my god.
They called him Gooch.
That's terrible. We'll talk about bullying in another episode.
It was so sweet.
So the word actually comes from 1950s slang, which I know I have heard like years and years ago. I'm going to have to edit out all my yawns. But it's a contraction of it ain't, because taint the asshole and taint the pussy. Oh my god.
Literally the best.
I know, it killed me. So, taint, there you go. Alright, now we're talking about the anus. Anus. It's called the butthole. That's how everyone knows it. What everyone doesn't know is it came from the Latin word meaning ring. In Latin, that word, anum, I believe, also means old woman, old wife, and hag.
Damn.
So a hag is a butthole.
So instead of calling someone a cunt, you can call them an anus.
Yeah.
Or anum.
Anum. It may also be related to the Old Irish word ane, meaning ring as well. But it is a sphincter that is controlled mostly involuntarily, but it can expand and contract to accommodate fingers, toys, fists, etc. Now, this one, it requires some work. So you can't just go jamming stuff in there.
Oh, no. Sorry about that.
You got a little Jamaican there, babe.
That was like either Jamaican or Old Irish.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, that was bad. Sorry.
So good. It's okay. Henry on last podcast on the left always ties in his Irish because Jamaican. Those are like the two accents he can do. He tries to do others. They always end up Irish or Jamaican. But you gotta work for it, man.
Please do.
I'm gonna do an anal sex episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have no experience with that. None. Zero. Zip, zilch, nada.
Have all of it.
Yeah. It doesn't work for me. It physically is impossible. It is too tight. It is too painful. And people just go jamming shit up there and it hits a wall and then that's it. So
from experience, I have not had my dick up my lovely best friend's butt either.
This is true. Nothing of hers has been up my butt. Yet.
Damn. Yeah. A whole new one.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So, I've tried very drunk. I've tried whatever. It doesn't work. So, before you just go jamming shit in there, you gotta work it a little bit. You gotta finger the butthole. And even if you're not trying to get something in the butt, it can be very, very nice.
It can be very nice, especially if, while you're maybe, eating out some lovely vagina, if you lube up a couple fingers and just kind of go around the outside of your partner's butthole, whoa. Like, it's ridiculous how sensitive your entire crack is.
Well, I'm gonna say, the next person to eat me out, if you lick my butthole or you put your fingers anywhere near it, I will have to clench my thighs around your head and pop you like a grape.
Oh, snap.
Not my jam.
Not your jam?
Not my jam.
It's
I'm self-conscious enough about people being in my vag, and there's nothing to be self-conscious about there.
Alright, I'm gonna put an asterisk on that last thing I said. If you're eating me out.
There you go.
And you wanna...
Now, here's something I have experience with. If you're sucking a dick, and the guy isn't gonna kick you for it, maybe have the conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
And know that they're willing... Or at least that they're not going to smack you.
Right. You do not want to get...
Don't surprise them. And I don't just mean sticking a finger up their bum. I mean touching their butthole in general. Mm-hmm. You gotta ease your way there.
Yeah. Also with your tongue.
Yes.
Maybe not so much sneaking it back though.
Yeah.
Back up there.
But I also have an eating ass episode coming up, so we'll talk on that as well.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do. Anyway, I want my own ass eaten, but I will eat yours for hours. Hey, Bruce, you hearing that?